Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be going over the Virginia regionals that happened this past weekend. Again, I apologize for being a little late. This is about the time of the season where I'm busy with events, I'm busy with recording. I don't even have that much graphics I want to put on the screen anymore for these. So I do apologize if the quality might be a little bit lacking. It's just a crazy time, especially in the summer for myself. But we had the Virginia regionals happening this past weekend. It was a 53-man event. And with that being said, we was a top 8 cut for prizing. And going down the sort of the meta that we ended up having, we had 8 normal Sylvie, 6 Fire Merlin hybrid list, 6 Wind Tristan list. We had about 5 Fire Lorraine, 5 Water Nikos, 3 Miracle Robots, 3 Fire Sylvie. And from there, we had a lot of one-offs as we go along the way here. So we had some Wind Tony Robots. We had 4 Wind Dianas. Like I said before, we had Xander Ago, Lorraine Allies, Water Tony, Sylvie Erupting, Wind Sylvie, Water Luxum, Fire Luxum, a Watermelon, a Windrai, a Fire Tony Ago, and Water Lorraine Allies. That being said, going into our top 8 cut though, we had 3 Fire Merlins, 1 Wind Diana, 1 Normal Sylvie, 2 Fire Lorraine, and 1 Wind Tristan. So we had about a 50% conversion rate on the Fire Merlins, about, if I'm not mistaken, 25% conversion rate on Wind Diana, a very low, like 20% conversion rate on Normal Sylvie, and then we had about 22-23% on Fire Lorraine, and then about another sort of like a 20% on Wind Tristan. Again, this is all this like rough math off the top of my head. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a math guy. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right into those decks. Alrighty, in the deck number 1 here, we have Mordred, otherwise known as Mark, otherwise known as Sir Yapsalot, otherwise known as Oops All Bangers, otherwise known as, I'm forgetting another name that they go by, that they had recently. Sorry, I had my headphones on because I was in a meeting. I had to pause the recording. My bad. Consistency. With Spirit of Fire, Lorraine / Merlin hybrid. Congrats to Mark for understanding the meta, understanding sort of where the gameplay is going, where especially when robots and miracle bots were coming around and pivoting back to a list that's done really well into Wind Ally lists in the past. So the way this list works, we have Spirit of Fire, Lorraine level 1, Lorraine level 2, Merlin level 2, Lorraine level 3, and Merlin level 3. So pretty much you have a very champion heavy material deck, and that allows you to go to either way based on the game plan you're needing. So you can go into Lorraine Blade Master level 2 if you need to face versus an ally deck, you need to play a lot of flame sweeps to clear the board early on, or if you're able to stall the game out, or just go into a normal Merlin game plan, so you can use Ghost of Pendragon, Incarnate, Spirit Blade Ascension, to then go ahead and log the game out with Prismatic Edge, with Scatter Essence and Chilling Touch, to try and keep your opponent out of their resources for the entire game. And the way it runs, you have Grand Crusader's Ring, Sword of Seeking, Terraframe, Prismatic Edge, and the Majestic Spirit into your material deck. The main deck's a little bit different, varies based off player by player, based on how they want to play the deck or how they enjoy playing this style as a whole. And the way it works is that you have 4 Dungeon Guides, 4 Honorable Vanguards, 4 Library Witch, 2 Reprograms, which is a good card because of Floating Memory, 2 Stratus Guides, 4 Shieldmates, 4 Creative Shock, 4 Cremation Ritual, 4 Fireball, the Flame Sweep, Flame Rune Swordsman, and Hasty Edge Tail. It's a very 4 of heavy list. A lot of the cards you want to draw, it's either drawing your cards, it's being used for Floating Memory, or it's a way for you to cycle some cards in your hand to discard to get more Floating Memory into your graveyard. You have the Chilling Touch and Scatter Essence here for cards like Spirit Blade Ascension, Prismatic Edge. So when you get the Prismatic Edge, you can hit the water and the wind, especially if your opponent says you have the mirror match of fire. This allows you to get the wind and water, what's one like for triggers off of Prismatic Edge to go ahead and use the ability to its full extent. 3 Crux getting here to go to cycle back Ghost of Pendragon or Spirit Blade Ascension. Pretty much Crux that gives you an extra Spirit Blade Ascension, so you technically have 7 of them. 4 Ghost of Pendragon, 1 Incarnate Mastery, and 4 Spirit Blade Ascension. In the sideboard here, you have Nullify Lantern more likely brought in for either Erupting, if you're still Erupting, which there was in this meta, or into something like the Water Nico list that run Iceborne Slam and needs water cards activated in their graveyard to get a little bit of extra bonus damage. 1 Safeguard Amulet, 1 Verdant Protection again for the water matchup, 2 Resistance to deal with the ally list, 2 Disintegrates to deal with the mirror, 1 Cruxite to go ahead and get you some more Spirit Expansion if you need it, and then 1 Incarnate Magistrate to go ahead and if you go into the Merlin game plan, facing them that has a little bit more of the spell slinging style gameplay. But congratulations to Mark for getting number 1, securing your first regional invite. I know you, I think, recently just secured, no, you did not secure, I don't think your Sword Champ, but it is your regional invite. I know you did last season. All of this sort of mixes together. And congratulations on that. And we're going to go ahead and check out deck number 2. With deck number 2 here, that we have Bobby Tortilla. Tortilla? Sure. On Wind Diana. Very interesting Wind Diana. I know Wind Diana was picking up a popularity over on the EU servers, so interesting it's finally starting to make its way over to America. And you have Spirit Blade Ascension, you have the Diana 1 and 2 sort of game plan, you have backup charger, blast shot pump, safety emerald pistol, turbulent bullet, which is going to get the double trigger if you need to, depending if you're playing level 3, which is the case or not, and wind piercer as well. And pretty much this list an allies list, a little bit robot list. You have backup step, dungeon guide, evasive maneuvers, take aim, but you still run swords like battlefield spotter. You have concealed marksman, dream fairy, eternal magistrate, purse, second wind, shimmer cloak, skirting step, stifling trap, swift recruit, veiled dash, decree, wind blast, rangefinder. Go ahead and get the distance as well. Get a buff counter on your automaton allies, and then you can go ahead and windmill engineer. So this list is very interesting. I'm happy to see the wind allies list over. It's a little bit different than Lorraine's, getting Diana back into the meta, where Diana has sort of fallen off over the past couple of sort of weeks or near the start of the MRC meta. And on the sideboard here, you have Nullify Lantern reprograms to deal with other ally matchups. Cleanser Arena to deal with Erupting or Nico, and Tempest Downfall as well. So congratulations to Bobby for getting second place. And on to deck number 3, which we have Abe. Abraham is on Spirit of Fire Merlin as well. This is sort of the same list that we looked about before. You might see a little bit different of opinion on a couple different cards. For example, this one is too fast here and for reprogram. It doesn't run cards like Library Witch or Honorable Vanguard. You have 4 Resistance in the main. You do have 2 Sudden Steals. And you also have, I think there was a different card. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm insane. Refracting Missile and Favorite Winds. Again, that's free floating memory. If you discard it for any sort of reason or to level up, you have cards of floating memory in here. 3 Croxite, 4 Ghost Pendragon. This one runs 2 Incarnate Magistrate and 4 Spear Blade Ascension. So pretty much the same list as a whole as marked. Same game plan, sort of same style, what it's trying to aim for. In the sideboard, though, we have a Safeguard Amulet. We have a 3 Blanche. 1 could deal with the Mirror or Rai matchups, or even Sylvie. 3 Exercise Curses to deal with any Dianas. 3 Devastating Blow to go to the sideboard and to get a little bit more bigger swings. And 3 Reduce to Ash to deal with cards like Sylvie. Yeah, you can deal with cards like Sylvie. You have a couple of ways to deal with some memory or other instant speeds. Plus, the fact that it is a fast card that you already get that interaction in if you need to. Congratulations to Abe on taking slot number 3. Number 4, we have Suzu. Suzu is over here on Spear of Slime Sylvie. So this is sort of the list that we've sort of been seeing across the board as a whole. A lot of them are going back to running Beastbond Ears because the list are running Dusklight Communion to sort of de-level Sylvie so they couldn't attack with their sort of the advanced element slimes. But Beastbond Ears does sort of help you get around that now. Could you back up to that level 3 threshold? Or if you want to be level 4, if you're able to get Swings in with Slime King. But this is Baby Gray, Blissful Calling, Dungeon Guide, Engineering Slime. Pretty much the list that we've come to expect at this point. 3 Resolutions in the main is a little bit newer. This one is also still running Slime Shield, Baby Green Slime, Baby Blue Slime, Baby Red, and Slime Eruption. The usual 4 Storm Slime to go ahead and get to pretty much get the kill turns. You have 4 Ethereal Slimes here, 2 Illustrious Slimes, 2 Gaia Slime to go to fill out for some of your Beast Ally cards, 1 Slime King, and 1 Terrasite as well to get an extra card draw. In the sideboard, you have Beastmon Boots, Monk deal with Sards, you need to get Spell Shop, 3 Beasto Frenzy, 3 Slimes Blessing, 2 Twilight Slimes, 2 Him the Guy's Grace, and 2 Vampiric Slimes. So really interesting over on the slime list. This pretty much all plays the same as the usual ones. You pretty much want to try and get to the game plan where you get to combo with Storm Slime and still get in swings with Storm Slime, Ethereal Slime, and put up big taunters with Illustrious Slime and Slime King to prevent from swings coming into you. Congratulations to Suzu taking place number 4. And into number 5, we have Leo Blade on Fire Lorraine. So this is one of our 2 Fire Lorraines in our top 8. This one does run the usual package of Lorraine level 1, Lorraine level 2, Drawn Blade, Fire Bauble, so we're going to draw some more, Sword of Adversity, get a little bit swing speed if you don't have allies, Sword of Seeking, Smoke Bombs to deal with taunters or intercepted units, Viridian Protection, get Water Resonance Bauble, Wind Resonance Bauble, and then in the main, you have 3 Deflecting Hits, 2 Gildas, Arthur, Blazing Throw, Bliss Mage. It pretty much plays like a Fire Xandalist. But the main difference is that you're able to run cards like Fire Momentum to get big swings with your Warrior Swords. You run Flame Sheet still. You have Flaming Swordsman. You have Hasty Messenger. You have Rending Flame still. Shopping Conscript, Temper Seal, Vermilion Decree. Pretty much just an aggro beatdown fire list. In the sideboard, you have Ornamental Greatsword. You have Impact Hammer to get it more attacks if you need to. Deflecting Edge. Blazing Throw to get more spell sort of style damage. 2 Fireworks to play with another Flaming Swordman, 2 Focus Flames to deal with a little bit ally heavy metas if you don't draw your Flame Sweeps, and Sparklight as well to deal with those as well. But congratulations, Leo Blade, getting number 5. We're going to see Fire Lorraine starting to pop back up. It's a really interesting list, especially the fact that people are playing more aggro and don't really want to play Xander, and they really like playing Lorraine. Lorraine has a little bit more diversity because you have Flame Sweeps, and you can run a couple of those Warrior class bonus cards that Fire Xander is not able to sort of get you past those couple extra turns if you're doing something that might be a little bit faster, or you draw in some dead hands, you don't get the aggro kill turn on turn 2 or turn 3. Into deck number 7, or number 6, sorry, not 7. Doing good. Doing real good. we have Steveo. Once again, another Fire Lorraine, a little bit different as you look between here. You might see some changes. There'll be a little bit of one-ofs as I'm going to flick back and forth a little bit, as you can see, but it's mostly into the sideboard, if I'm not mistaken. You do have a Gildas here in the sideboard. Everything else is pretty much the same, though, across the board. I'm not going to go ahead and break down this list too much. Gildas is mostly brought in if you want to go a little more ally-heavy game plan. If you want to get into those Gildas swings, Arthur swings, and buff up with Clumsy Apprentice, and you have Conscript as well, it pretty much makes a Water Allies list turn into a Fire Allies list, where you're utilizing Gildas as the top end as your main swinger to get in for 4 or 5 damage every single turn. Note, these are not running, pretty sure not running. Yeah, no Crimson Tier in these lists at all. Crimson Tier has sort of fallen off because of that 2 health body that it has. The deck number 7 now, we have Tony Unspirited Wind. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed on this one, honestly. I saw the name Tony, I'm like, sweet, they're probably on a Tony list. Nope, they're on Wind Tristan. But over on the Wind Tristan, we have the usual list that we've been seeing around. We have Crimson Protector String at this time. They're going to deal with the mirror matchups. You have Gearside Gloves, Windwalker Boots, and Shadow's Claw. In the main deck, you have Imperial Spy in here as well. Another Assassin Human. They're going to get Preparation Count if you want to kill a unit. So you're making up for the Sadies, a little bit extra Sadies sort of style. You have Mastermind Schemes, 3 Incapacitates, 1 Turbocharge in the main. Dream Fairy, 4 Reclaims, 4 Scout the Lands, 4 Siphon Traps, 4 Surveillance, 4 Swift Recruit, 4 women, and 4 Shadow Strike. Pretty much the normal main board that we're looking at. A little bit difference is that we're running more Incapacitates in the main, and we are running Imperial Spy in the main. Going over to the sideboard, though, we do run the 1 Nullify Lantern, 1 Incapacitate, 4 Arrow Traps, 3 Eternal Magistrates, and 4 Verdi's Decree. A little bit different because they're not running the Cleansing Reunion that we were seeing before. Maybe not expecting a lot of Erupting, more of a tech pie meta choice call based on what they're expecting to see in this event. So I don't hate it. It pretty much was a good call for them. They ended up getting top 7th place, ended up getting their regional invite. So Wind Tristan still a pretty dominant deck. Again, take this with a grain of salt though, because this is the fact that we just saw a lower conversion rate. Because if you go ahead and look at what we saw earlier in the video, that we ended up having 6 Wind Tristans, only one of them did end up qualifying into that top 8 slot. So congratulations to Tony on this. This is pretty much still a good medical. This deck's still pretty good. It has a very consistent game plan. It likes to control the board and then go ahead and win. It's part of that mid-range control sort of aggro gameplay that we've been seeing. On number 8, we have Popcat. Popcat's also on the Lorraine Merlin Hybrid. This is a Fragment Spirit of Fire list. And again, you're going to notice a little bit of difference between the other ones. This one's running 3 Resolute Sands, 4 reprograms, no fast cures, Celestial Mates, no Variety Riches, but it is running a Turbocharged Sudden Steel. And does Hating Usher, 3 Reduced to Ash in the main and 4 Sparklights in the main as well, with Potion Infused Seal and Scatter Essence for their floating elements for their sort of the interaction with Spirit Blade Ascension and Prismatic Edge. More on the sideboard, they have Terrafang, Tithe Rock, Blanche, Incapacitate, Resolute Sands, and Under Fire as well to go ahead and get you a little bit, give you something stealth at fast speed. Well, congratulations to Popcat for top 8. Congratulations to our 3 of our 6 Fire Merlins converting. This is a really good medical on their part, especially because they're expecting to probably see a lot of water allies, a lot of ally lists as a whole, which is really good for this list. This is really good if it's not getting punished by something that's aggro or something like Diana anymore, or Merlin gets to level 3 and then able to draw a lot of cards. So we might be something like Diana popping back up possibly in some future events. Well, thank you again, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed this quick meta breakdown video. Anyone has any questions, go ahead and let me know down below. And then also, we do have a little bit of the audio. I've changed it up. I'm using a second software now of audio. So if there are any issues with audio, please let me know so I can edit that going forward. But once again, everyone, thank you for watching. Hope everyone has a good one. I hope everyone goes and subscribe. The usual garbage, I'm not going to shill this anymore. Everything is down in the description below for links to community link stuff I make, as well as the deck list are in the description as well. Well, hope everyone has a good one, and talk to you guys later. Peace.